I'm going to tell you right now how much money I've made investing in the last 25 years. I started in 2000, right out of college. I'm going to tell you how much I invested, how much it's made since then, why I invested that way, and is that still smart, and what will I do going forward? So let's talk about it. How I've invested the last 25 years. When I got out of college, I took Warren Buffett's advice and simply invested all my money in the S&P 500 index. Very, very simple. Doesn't matter what kind of account it was. Put your money in the S&P 500 index and let it ride for the long term. You don't need to buy it or sell it or trade it or worry about who's elected or COVID or alien invasions or stock crashes. You just leave it. How's that done? Since 2000, that's about 8x, right? It's went up about 800%, 8 times what it was. Now, that's not a big deal. That doesn't make me filthy rich because I started with 2000. So the first time it doubled, we probably went from like 4 to 8. But once you've got 6 figures in there, doubling's a big deal. And once you have 7 figures in there, doubling's a really big deal. Let's say you have 7 figures and then the next 25 years, 8x's again. Now that's a big deal. So that's the advice that I followed. Interestingly enough, today I still preach the same thing to anybody that'll listen, including my own children. Warren Buffett's advice to people is still the same. If you're not going to spend your life studying the markets, just put your money in the S&P 500 index and leave it for the long term, and it should grow up approximately 7 to 9% a year on average over the long term. And that's exactly what mine has done. Mine grew at 8% since 2000 until now. That doesn't mean it grows 8% every year. Some years it could lose 20%. Some years it could go up 25%. There were short time frames where it doubled, and there were long time frames where we went nowhere. And when I say long, I mean like 4 or 5 year time frames. So no, this isn't a short-term trading strategy. But let me talk about that for a second. Anybody that trades in the short term is going to lose money. They're not going to beat this method for sure. They're probably not even going to break even. They might even lose most of their money. But if you're day trading, that's a losing move. You're going to lose your money. You might as well just gamble it in Vegas. Even short-term trading, lots of trading in a month, even lots of trades over a year, right? You're looking at the Wall Street Journal. You're watching cable channels about money, some Motley Fool newsletter. None of this stuff works. You're going to lose money. I'm sorry, but people, S&P 500 index for the long term, and you'll be a wealthy person.